Well.
KB2UKA.
Listen to that audio. Go ahead, Doug.
Go ahead, Doug. Enter all the way.
Hello, Mike. Hello, Ron. I think I heard her back there. Richie, I heard him, but I don't think he'd hear us. Perfect. That's a perfect Thursday evening combination. Hope you guys are doing well.
Yeah, you're sounding great, Doug. Really nice. Just the usual talk here. Richie is playing around with K3FEF site, but boy, I hope I didn't create another monster. I hope he doesn't go around playing with the controls again.
Well, once someone learns about K3FEF, all that's left is to play with the controls.
Yeah, I hope not.
Every amateur radio operator is a tweaker, a peaker, a knob fiddler.
Yeah, and then what do they do when they're on the radio? What's up, Norm? I didn't know you were in there too. The whole kit and caboodle's here.
I tried telling Richie I was going to do it. I'm going to do it.
What are you going to do, Norm? What are you going to do?
Time for my daily shower. And instead of waiting till tonight, I think I'm going to do it now.
What's
so
up,
I'm
Steven?
all fresh.
Well, you gotta watch that commercial now. Just spray yourself with that Lumini, whatever the hell it is, and for 72 hours, 3 days, you don't have to take a bath. Isn't that crazy?
I'm not Amish. I'm going to bring a radio in the bathroom, turn on the oldies, and I'm going to sashay while I wash chassé.
Oh, man. And what's up, Richie?
Oh, the bright blessed day, oh, the dark sacred night.
Richie, where have you been all my life?
Oh, you see what you walked into?
Well, I was sitting here listening for about 5 minutes, setting some stuff up. I know it's always going to be a good time.
All right, I think I'm going to do it. I think I can get in there, wash every inch of this beautiful body of mine, and I'll be out by 1800. AC3 GD.
Don't send photos.
Yeah, okay, Norm. Don't forget I sent you that recording.
Yep, I've got it.
No slow scan TV from the bathroom, Norm.
Negative. I'm ex-military. I'm in there. I do my business, and I do it well.
Every morning around 6 a.m., I get in the shower at the gym locker room. I'm in and out of there in about 3 minutes.
I can't stand getting wet in the morning. I'm telling you, I have to shower before I go to bed. I just cannot stand getting wet in the morning.
That's what she said.
Oh, shit. 3 GD.
Oh, boy, it's not even Friday, and we're getting at it.
Hello from November. The best time for it's in the morning.
And who's that? Is that Ray?
I'm saying hello. You never woke up at the crack of dawn? On my 40-meter center fed zip because I don't have my 75 up yet. Over.
Oh, that's, we spoke the other night. I'm sorry, I forgot your name. Go ahead.
It's Dave. It's all right. I'm an old fart. I'm senile. I can't remember what I did 2 minutes ago. I was just listening to you guys. You guys are a hoot.
What's the call again? Go ahead.
November 1, Italian zucchini injector, N1IZI. That's Dave. Yes.
Yes, Dave. Yes, you took a little hiatus from the hobby, and we're just meeting the other night. Everyone else here knows you already.
Yeah, QSL. Yeah, I get the shack going. I think Joe's going to come over this weekend, KO and JV, my main squeeze, and
thank
help me
you,
get my
Steven.
75-meter zep up and we'll see how that thing goes. So I'm just loading up the 40-meter for now, but I don't want to monopolize. I just wanted to come in here and say hello radio on my Krakow CB. Over.
Well, you're still 5 over into Long Island. I don't know how much power you're running, but up for a 40-meter antenna, not bad.
Sure, so, nah, I don't have, the Henry's loaded on 40 right now.
What's up,
So
Andy?
I didn't even bother.
Good to see you.
I'll load the amp up, just 100 watts, barefoot.
All right, well, not too shabby, not too shabby. Richie, what have you done to your audio? It sounds marvelous.
Yes. I just added a little bit more reverb in it a few minutes ago. But yeah, no, Ron did all the settings for me and peaked it up to where it would sound pretty good. So I'm glad it's working.
Sounds awesome here, man.
I like that, Rich. I'm glad you added a little reverb. I thought you were a little shy on that.
Well, I want to sound like Cousin Brucey.
Yeah, that's better.
Hey, anyway, I turned some knobs. How's this toilet sounding?
You sound good in Cedar Grove, New Jersey here.
QSL. I was just playing around with, actually a bunch of crap, but playing around. I got an Apex 204 on mine, so I'm firing around with that thing. I don't know how the low is. I haven't gone on SDR to listen, but I was just turning knobs.
Richie, if Michelangelo and Leonardo da Vinci had to create an audio profile, they would have sculpted you.
Wow.
Wow, that's the boy. That you hear that, Ron? I'm telling you that Ron, he knew the settings.
It does sound kick-ass, man, I must admit.
And I never thought it would sound that good, with virtual audio, because I always had all the racks. But yeah, seems like it's doing all right.
It's accessible.
You had all the racks, now you got all the yaks.
Yeah, now just do yourself a favor. I would not touch a thing on that thing, man.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, no, I'm leaving those settings alone.
Richie, I went fully digital.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, no more rack. This is no rack.
Get out. Why?
Because I follow in my father's footsteps. So if you're doing it, I'm doing it.
Well, you sound awesome. You always have the settings sound in right fullness. It's excellent.
The reason I did it is, and I'm not going to go long in the tooth here. Mike heard me last night. Over the Christmas break, the plan, whoa, that's a lot of power. What just happened? There we go. Okay, the plan is to get all this equipment into a server rack in the room next to my shack and then run remote. So I'm using a Soundcraft digital mixer where I'm processing the audio. And then I go into a piece of software where I do it a little bit more, and I could do all that remotely.
Wow, that's pretty neat. Now, I'll tell you something else, though. You got nice lows in there, too, like when you're talking, just the right amount of lows.
Yes, well, maybe I should boost it to get close to what you're producing there.
Don't do it, Doug. Leave it. It's perfect.
I want to sound like Barry White.
I'm not touching it. Hey, I'm here all week. Try the veal.
Oh, yes, the veal. Yes, indeed. A little touch of Parmesan. A nice Parmesan.
Richie.
Because that's what I was fiddling with.
Richie, did you hear about the 2 priests that were at the bus station?
What they do?
Oh, the 2 priests, they're going to Pittsburgh, and they're at the bus station, and there's a very voluptuous woman at the ticket stand with a low-cut dress, just one button holding her shirt together. The first priest goes up to her and says, "We'll take 2 tickets to Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania." The other priest grabs him. He goes, "Oh, my God, do you know what you just said to her? Well, you need to do, 10 Hail Marys and 3 Our Fathers. Let me go handle this." He goes up and he says, "Young lady, we will take 2 tickets to Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania." And he says, "And I'll take my change in nipples and dimes."
Well, that's a funny one. I never forget all the years I was fooling with cars, just when I was a kid. I had to be about 19, 20 years old, and I was selling this Chrysler convertible, and the guy came, and he drove the car. He liked it and everything. He says, "You got the tittle?" And I figured, what's he saying, tittle? I said, "Excuse me?" He said, "You got the tittle?" The tittle? I said, "What's that?" He says, "The tittle ownership." I said, "Oh, the title."
Oh, my God. 2 tickets to Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and 3 tittles. Gentlemen, this might be the best frequency in amateur radio.
You can't say what you used to say years ago. You know, how you doing, Toots? You say Toots today, somebody will sue you.
Yeah, you can't call them dames, broads, toots, nothing.
No, I can't even say you hussy.
Wow.
I could spot a hussy. When I was a kid, before I got married, I could spot a hussy a mile away. You know, you go into a place, right? And you're at the bar there, and you're on the dance floor, and you're looking over towards the counter there where the women are sitting at the bar. And now a woman is going to just smile and turn her head. The hussy, she's going to be playing with her hair, looking at you, smiling. Now you come over and ask her to dance. Now, a hussy is going to be right up on top of you, skin to skin. She's dancing. That's nice. Now, the woman is got inches apart as she's dancing. She's not going to be touching you. Now you say, "Can I drive you home?" Sure. You take the woman out to the car. She's already getting in. You know, you open the door, she gets on the driver's side, and you get in your car, and she's sitting on the driver's side on the way home. Now, the hussy, you say, "Can I take you home?" Sure. You're walking to the car. Before you get to the car, she's in your driver's side door. You're trying to squeeze in to sit, and she's sitting on top of you. You're trying to drive the damn car. And then, now you get the woman home, and you say, "Hi, can I come up for a drink?" "Well, I don't know you that well yet, but we'll see in the future." All right. Now you get the hussy. Before you can even ask her if you can come up for a drink, she's jumping out the seat, grabbing your hand, pulling you upstairs into the house, and she runs into the room and she starts playing Girls Just Want to Have Fun, and she's all over you.
That's really the song she picks?
When I was a kid, I knew all the hussies. I'm a connoisseur. I can spot them right away.
Oh, my God. I'll think of another joke for you, Richie. I'm going to make you laugh a little more tonight.
Yeah, give me another one. Boom, 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 boom.
I got one for you.
Okay.
You guys ready?
Oh, yeah.
So this penguin wakes up one morning, and he goes to start his car, and he notices the engine's making a very strange noise. So he drives the car to the mechanic. Mechanic says, "Listen, it's going to take me a few hours to diagnose what's wrong with the car. There's a bunch of stores and shops up the block. Why don't you go get something to eat?" So the penguin waddles out of the mechanic shop. He goes down the block. He goes to an ice cream parlor, and he orders himself a big milkshake. And he's trying to hold the milkshake, but he's a penguin. He has no thumbs, and he dumps the milkshake all over himself. He waddles back into the mechanic shop, dripping in milkshake. The mechanic looks at him and says, "Looks like you blew a seal." He goes, "No, it's a milkshake."
That was a good one.
What happened? Where'd everyone go? Ron, you didn't think that was funny?
Yeah, Ron, you still there?
Man, I tell you, these guys, they disappear without signing, man.
Did I ever tell you the time I crapped my pants?
No.
Oh, man. This is going back at least 8 years ago.
Serious?
You know, she never likes to be, she's retired now, but she never liked to be late for work. Always before, and she would get to work. And I'm always doing stuff. She says, "You're not making me late today. Let's go." I said, all right. So I'm getting ready to get my jacket on, and you ever get a cramp in your stomach that's so bad, you only got a minute or two to get into that bathroom quick. Oh, my stomach. She says, forget your stomach. Come on, you're getting me to work. I can't. I gotta. You're not. You're going, and I'm getting all nervous. And holy, she says. I said I can't. So why not? I said I crap my pants. She what? I crap my pants. She says, you get in that car right now. Get me to work. I can't. I'll soil the seat. I got. Oh, jeez.
KC3GD time.
The only story that's better than that is Norm's.
Oh, Frankie!
What's going on, boys? How are you? I'm sorry I'm on the Kenwood right now, but the only story funnier than you doing it is Norm's story I'll never forget.
Well, that was terrible. And I saved those brand new pajamas with the elastic bottoms, and my sneakers and my socks.
This is a good frequency,
He was
Steve.
encapsulated like a baked potato.
Can you imagine that?
Did you hear my penguin joke, Frank?
I did not.
I'm not telling it again. It was good, though.
Wow,
That's when he tested his pucker strings. It's not funny. You know, when I was 20, if the boss said, hey, I gotta go, the brain would say, no, we're not done working. You'll wait an hour. Now, when I get that knock on the door, I gotta start moving.
Wow, Norm, 30 over.
Hey, I'm curious. Do I have RF on my audio?
I'm more concerned
Hold on.
the sound of my voice more than anything.
No, it sounds good. Frank, go again?
Do I have? I'm just checking to see because I've been struggling back and forth with some RF.
Yeah, you have it now. You didn't have it when you came in.
Or Frank.
You didn't have it when you came in, but you have it now.
Yeah, it's on the Anon only. I just got to switch some stuff, but I'm gonna go back to
That if it's on the Anon, it's getting into your Ethernet cable. If it's not on the Kenwood, it's got to be.
Yeah, no, it's the computer.
Frank, how you been? What's been going on?
Good, man. You know, just doing other stuff, not playing radio as much, but I try to avoid some of the crowd. But everything's good, man. Spoke to the guys the other day. Spoke to Bill, and I think I was on yesterday. Yeah, I was on 80 for a little bit, and Russ and Dave and all the guys. But good to hear everybody. Spoke to. I also spoke to Doug, I think, on 40, but I don't get on much anymore.
Well, it's good to hear you. And, yeah, Doug, I haven't heard from Jay and the fellow, all of them, in quite a while. But hopefully everybody's doing good on your end, and family and health, everything is important. And happy holidays to you. Merry Christmas.
Thank you. Merry Christmas to everyone as well.
Frank, you haven't been around that. Did you hear about Ed?
Yeah, and 2PG, yeah, I actually heard about it yesterday.
Yeah, what a shame.
Call, please.
Life is short.
Station wanted to make a call. Go ahead.
Yeah, this is KB2ZSD. Good evening, gentlemen. Yeah, I don't want to jump in there like while you were talking, but can you give me a report on my audio?
Well, where are you? I'm on Long Island. I don't have you that strong. Looks like you are up near Kingston, west of Kingston. Frank, you copying him better?
No, I can barely hear. I hear something, but I don't hear him very strong. Here.
All right, well, I'm only running 50 watts here. That's all I have right now. But, all right, I'm copying you guys. Beautiful over here in Wisconsin. Very nice. Well, thank you very much for the break. Appreciate it.
All right, for 50 watts, I can't really hear the audio enough to judge it. It sounds like you're on an older rig, which is cool, but it might be slightly off frequency. I can't tell.
All right, well, yeah.
Oh, now he's real off.
On older rig, I'm on 5,000 watts.
Why you sound like that?
That's an older rig. I'm running 120-foot dipole up around 40 feet, 50 watts, and we're using a Behringer B1 microphone.
I wonder if he's on a tube radio or Kenwood or something. Yeah, because he definitely went off frequency.
Yeah, Roger. Okay. Well, you went a little too low when you made the adjustment. I would bring it back up a tiny bit.
You guys are on 54, correct?
Yep, and now you spot on.
I appreciate it, gentlemen. Thank you very much for letting me get in there. You have a good night. Everybody sounds pristine as always.
All right, good to hear you, Manny. KB2ZST, KB2UKA.
Oh, ZST, that's Manny. Okay, yeah, I know who that is. I can't really hear him now. It's I can barely hear him.
How you doing, buddy?
I hear you.
Yeah, I got a 10 over noise floor here. Someone's got something on. Every goddamn night, this guy turns it on, and I think it's one of the kids' TVs or lights or something.
Just had to say goodbye to my daughter. She was screaming. All right, Frank. So, what's the plans for Christmas? What are you doing?
Staying local. I'm taking off. I was going to take off more. I always take off at least the last 2 weeks or better of the month. So next Wednesday. Is it next Wednesday? The 18th? No, the Wednesday. I don't know. Whenever, though. I think it's the following. What are we on today? Yeah, the 18th and on till after January. I'm taking off.
Yeah, I'll be off from Friday the 20th until January 2nd. And then January 14th, we're taking the kids to St. Martin. That's our favorite place to go. When Amanda and I were dating and first got married, we went 30 times in 10 years. And we haven't been there since, I think, 2017. And now the kids are 11 and 10, so we're going to take them to our favorite place and just lay on a beach all day.
That's cool, man. I assume you're going to the French side?
Well, we stay on the Dutch side, but we eat on we eat everywhere. I'll have a car, so I drive around. I know the island very well. My father-in-law has business on the island, so they're there right now. They come home tomorrow. They're going back in 2 weeks, and they're actually coming home the day before we get there. But now my father-in-law said he might want to stay. So he might be with us the whole time we're there, which will be cool because we like to hit the casinos and we can't do that with the kids if we're alone.
Yeah, roger that. Okay, that's cool, man. Yeah, I'm not a big visit the same place more than once. I mean, that's not true. I'll go a few times. Like I've been to Greece. I'll go to Europe maybe multiple times to the same place, but like different areas. I think, I've done Mexico a few times, but I don't know. I just change it up. But if you love it there, man, it works for you. That's awesome.
Traveling all those places.
Well, I don't have all the money you have, Rich, and neither does Doug. I mean, we know you have it in the shed, under the tractor, under the metal plate, in that little vaulted area, and that's that little cooler you made.
Richie, let me say something.
That kind of money.
No, I shouldn't even say that now, because people listen, I don't have nothing here, but you keep the cost down when you travel. You try to hit those buffets with the kids. You take them out, hit a buffet, all-you-can-eat place, keep the prices down. And then gambling, you don't want to do that. There's more money going to be spent.
Rich,
I pre-make sandwiches, and that's what I bring. I don't have Richie's money, but I make a bunch of sandwiches, bologna sandwiches and stuff, and really enjoy the trips that way.
Richie.
That's I know. That's the way to do it, Frank. And I take the missus to Costco's. When we sit down, we have...
This guy.
Hey, Frank, you're going to have to...
Hey, Rich.
Yeah.
When you go to the airport, first of all, let me ID KB2UKA. They take gold coins at the ticket counter?
I don't know. Hey, gold coins. I ain't got none. I don't have. I'm comfortable, just comfortable. You fellas travel, spend all that money. I mean, holy crap! If I had your fellas' monies, I could be in the Bahamas there with a couple 500-pound women.
He doesn't know if they take coins is because he usually shows up with bars.
Richie, in the Bahamas, you could get a couple of 500. You could get 10 at a time for a dime. They made a song about it. 10 at a time for a dime. 10 at a time for a dime.
They didn't make no song like that.
He made a whole show about Richie. He's got so much money. They used to call it Richie Rich.
Richie Rich.
Crime and things going on, fellas. You seeing all the crimes, people shooting stuff, and especially don't be thinking that. No. I'm the one. You guys. If you listen out there, these fellas are traveling all over. They got the money. I don't. I go to Costco's and eat the $1.50 hot dog.
Richie, I got a 2-bedroom villa on the beach for 8 nights for $2,500. I'm not going overboard.
$2,500? Can't you bargain with them?
No, that's cheap. That's because I know people. I got it from a guy that owns it in Canada, and he gives me a nice deal. I could stay at La Semana. That's $4,000 a night.
I was going to ask you, are you doing dishes and waiting tables at that rate?
It's a beautiful place. We're staying at the Royal Palm this time.
$2,500. You know how many pizzas I could buy with that?
Hey, Richie,
Yeah.
I just sent you an email. I'm almost a millionaire.
Really?
Check it out. $31,726.26, and I will be a paper millionaire.
Oh, well, congratulations.
Congratulations. You see that Bitcoin? I don't even understand what it is, but they said it hit, I don't know, if $1 million or something like that for a coin. It's not a coin. What is it, digital? I don't even understand that Bitcoin.
As he says he doesn't understand it, if you saw his shed right now, he has 500 cell phones mining for Bitcoin.
Nothing, there's people listening, you damn donkeys.
Those that he sells are actually laced with currency. He washes it.
Well, I've been to Richie's house. He has a walkway from the gate up to his front door that I caught him painting. And I said, well, why are you painting it? And he goes, I don't want anyone to know it's made out of pure gold.
Richie, aren't you a Bitcoin miner?
Yeah, all those computers, actually, they're not really, notice he sells desktops and not laptops, right? Because they're stuffed with money. What he does is he moves money for the cartel. He washes it.
Richie, I bet if we saw your shed right now, there's 500 cell phones mining for Bitcoin.
You get a line, I get a pole now, honey. You get a line, I get a pole, baby. You get a line, I get a pole. We gon' fix out on that piece of honey, oh baby, man.
You ever hear Richie speak Spanish?
Oh, Richie, I've never heard you speak Spanish. I could speak a little Spanish. Let's have a conversation, Richie. Go ahead.
Uno, dos, tres.
Hey, the cartel.
I only know the curse words. 12 a.m.
It sounded like a Spanish guy trying to have an Italian accent.
¿Cómo está?
Bien.
Sienna, yeah.
A Sienna, yeah.
A Sienna? Isn't that a model of a car?
He said a Sienna, yeah.
Sí, Sienna, sí.
Richie, don't be a stunad.
Stunada, no, not a me. I know Stunada, no. Stunada, no.
Not a me.
No, Richie's a testadora.
A testadora. Yes, I'm a testadora. What is the testadora? Nobody say nothing. What's the testadora?
The Italian curse words. I would aggravate my aunts.
Oh, yeah, me too when I was a kid. Richie, what are you and the missus planning for this Christmas?
Oh, yeah. We're going to be home. And we're going to have this big turkey, stuffing, potatoes, corn, bacon, like in the potatoes with butter, the whole potato. And the turkey, I get that big thigh of the turkey leg, and I smear it with butter all over it. Then I get Italian rolls, smear butter all over it, a little salt, too, on the chicken, on the turkey. Oh, man, it's good.
Do you dress up? I bet you dress up like Santa.
I'm driving to the hospital now. I think I got high cholesterol just listening to that.
No, smear that butter all over it. Oh, Frank is good.
Somebody's trying to get in there. Go ahead.
Balls, literally.
Go ahead. Someone's trying to get in. Your audio is choppy.
Yeah, give me a minute. We'll give you 2 minutes if you sound like that.
All right, boys. It's been real, man. I'm going to get out of here. I got stuff to do, but great catching you guys, all of you. Rich, always a pleasure, my friend. I'll give you a shout soon. Doug, Norm, always great to hear you guys. Mike, take care. Everyone have a wonderful day, and hopefully I'll talk to you before the holidays. 73.
Hey, you again, Frank. One of these days you get time before the holidays, before Christmas there, we got to go out and eat or something there. Be good to see you. 7-3, Frank.
7-3, boys.
All right, Frank. Good to hear you, man. 7-3, and I hope talk to you before Christmas.
Saludo.
Hey, Doug.
Anthony Bob.
Yeah, Richie.
You ever fart under the covers and whip it with the missus is laying in bed watching TV?
Yeah, and then I pulled the covers over her head. It's called the Dutch oven.
Well, the missus, she's a saying, boy, she gets riled.
Yeah, the best is when I eat a lot of ice cream. That's when they're real potent.
Oh, he's a nut, ain't he?
That's the gas chamber.
Worse than Cyclone B?
We order Carvel. You have Carvel in Jersey, I'm sure, and I think you do. And I'll get a milkshake, and the kids will see me grab the milkshake, and they go running.
No, Doug, really?
Yeah, I think I'm slightly lactose intolerant. I developed it as I got older, but whatever. Ice cream's good.
I can just see you in the car doing it.
Don't feed me a strawberry milkshake. That's a no-no.
Oh, Norm, those are my favorite.
Yeah, they're my favorite too, but my wife won't be anywhere near me. I have to be next to a place of reading.
What's up, Zahir?
Yeah, any of the milkshakes or ice cream you're buying, it's adulterated beyond belief.
Yeah, and the only commercial ice cream that you should buy is Breyers. I think it has 3 ingredients: milk, sugar, and fruit.
But that Turkey Hill is good.
You believe that?
Well, I believe it, but the problem is, where's the milk coming from?
The cows.
Yeah, but what'd they do to the cows before they made that milk?
Milk.
What do they do to the cows?
Oh, they're all injected with antibiotics and hormones and you name it, Richie. And, when a woman's pregnant, whatever medicine she takes goes into the milk. It's the same with the cow.
Okay, I drink a lot of milk.
Yeah, well, how's that 11th finger growing?
Not too well.
Good evening, gentlemen. K2RPM.
K2RPM. Good to hear you.
Hi, Bruce.
Yeah, good evening. The worst thing is if you ate something that didn't necessarily agree with you and you're in the car, turn the heat up.
White Castles.
Oh, White Castles, a sack of 10, double cheeseburger, extra pickles.
With a milkshake and fries or onion rings. Oh, man.
White Castle.
Compares to kielbasa.
All right, so White Castle, you ever notice when you eat White Castle and you take a crap the next day, the bathroom smells like freshly cooked White Castle?
Oh,
Yeah, Bruce, from what? Spontaneous human combustion?
That's it, Mike.
Do you know what it says on the box of meat from White Castle, Richie?
What's it say?
It says grade D, yet edible.
No, does it?
It does.
No, it don't. No.
Yeah, well, once upon a time, White Castle was the best one.
You're right. Those little sliders was actual ground beef, but not anymore.
Who's the best now?
Out of all, I think Wendy's. And I'm talking major fast food chains. You're better off going to like Shake Shack, probably.
Oh, I kinda am interested in Wendy's hot and juicy.
What is it? A Big Dave? A Dave's Double? Dave's Double, extra bacon.
Hey, Norm, you sure that's juice?
Well, I don't want to go there. I'll have to keep the Big Mac.
Norman's cranking. He's cranking.
Oh, the McRib is back for a limited time, gentlemen.
They any good?
It's processed pork. They make it look like rib meat.
Yeah, Richie, think of some type of like pork butthole ground up into a mush that they put in a form that makes it look like boneless ribs. It's the most delicious thing you've ever had.
Oh, my God. Terrible.
Hot dogs, assholes and lips.
Oh, yeah, they put that in the McRib, but they spoil it. I want to taste those assholes and tongues and noses. They spoil it, and they smother it in that barbecue sauce. That's all you taste.
Oh yeah, you're a purist, Norm.
Nothing on my lips and assholes.
I think Norm had a bourbon on his way back from the shower.
2 of them.
Good. Little Angel's Envy. Well, that's rye. Bourbon, some bullet rye. What's a good bourbon? What do you like, Norm?
Thomas Jefferson. It's still in a tin. And by the way, I was in and out of that shower in under 12 minutes.
Very good. Very efficient. An efficient shower. Very good.
I'm kind of glad I got her done now. I don't have to do it at night. You know, everyone likes taking a shower in the morning. Oh, it helps me wake up. When I'm awake in the morning, I go from 0 to 100. I don't need a shower. I just can't stand getting wet in the morning. Don't ask me why.
Hey, where are the white women at?
Not with you.
Over here. I like getting wet before I get out of bed.
What did he say?
The gentleman wanted to know where the white women were at.
What the hell?
They're all with Richie.
Wait a minute, you can't call them women anymore. They have to be non-transgender person.
Where's the 500-pound women at?
No, the New York Times refers to women as non-transgender females.
That's it. Hello, guys. KB3 Wireless.
Hey, welcome aboard.
Hey, good evening.
Everybody sounds bodacious. I'm sorry I came in there and sounded like crap. I had to do a little. Everything's adequated over here. Did anybody ever watch Bloat? No. What was the name of it with the guy that played Frasier? That's what I got going on over here when he was on that submarine. You know, the electrician guy.
The guy that who played Frasier? What's that? What the hell? Oh my God! What's his name?
Kelsey Grammer.
Yep, that's it.
Yeah, he played on that submarine. Remember that submarine, you know, electrician guy that was always shorting himself out to make things work? That's what I got going on over here.
Well, it's working now.
Roger, Dodger. Okay. I was sitting by. Richie, I loved your song before. Man, you had the dog even yodeling.
The neighbors are screaming.
See, what Richie doesn't tell you is when he gets off the radio, he puts on a smoking robe. Okay, he lights a cigar. He goes over to the LP, because that's what Richie would have, and he puts on a Pavarotti record. And then he serenades his wife while she feeds him grapes, and he smokes his Cuban cigar.
I'm bad to the bone.
Describing Rick, or were you describing Richie?
No, that's Richie. Richie has a smoking robe. He's got a.
Sounds to me like that guy that has all the little bunnies running around him. What's that guy's name?
Hugh Hefner.
Oh, yeah, Hugh Hefner.
There you go. There's a classy dude.
Yeah, they said nothing around all that money and everything before he died, and after he dies, now they're all saying what a rat and everything he was. Unbelievable.
Absolutely. I heard one of the girls say having sex with Hugh was like playing pool with a rope.
They weren't saying it then, though. They were like, oh, yes, Hugh, very good.
Third penthouse. They were all honeypots.
But they all loved it around that money and fame and everything else, right?
Yep.
Then it was enough of a disgrace if you just had an affair on your wife. Today you got to be screwing kids.
I think Port Jefferson's in there. Is that Port Jefferson I heard?
Beautiful downtown Port Jefferson. I'm still prevailing here. But if my wife has her way, I'll be living in the street. KZ2N, how you guys doing?
Hey, good evening, Chris. Good to hear you're bored.
AC3GD, good evening, Chris.
K2RPM, good evening, Chris.
Divorce, Chris.
Hello, Chris, KB2 Arlen.
All right, what's going on
Right,
there,
tell him, Doug. Get him with the pitchfork.
I'm going to tell you one thing, Chris. This too shall pass.
Goes back to that old adage of can't live with them, can't live without them, period.
As bad as you feel right now, a year from now, you're not going to feel as bad. So just get it over with.
It's not working. And then all of a sudden, so yeah, hopefully it'll pass, but that's what it feels like.
Well, yeah, because you're in the middle of it right now. But it'll all be done. The books will be closed. Things will be split. And a year from now, you'll move on.
Yeah, then after that...
That's the problem. I don't know where I'm moving.
We never learn. I don't want to be alone. It's too lonely being alone. Even though I got my money, it's too lonely.
Well, give me a call, Chris. We can figure something out. You'll find a spot.
Oh, man, Richie's in there. How's the dog biter doing? Is he still biting you?
Hey, I just ran back to the microphone. I'm getting the dog out in the yard. I heard you, Chris. He's coming along. He's coming along pretty good, He's not bad. Little by little, you see changes, which is good. But I'll be back in here in 5 minutes. I just got to get him out in the yard.
Richie, when you come back, I have a suggestion, and it's not a joke.
Yeah, I bet it ain't. I don't know. I'll be back.
No, it's not a joke. I've had dogs vicious and sweet for the last 25 years. I figured out the trick. Chris, you get any hits on the Anon?
At a young age, you got to show them who is the master. There's only one master. Only one. It can't be your wife, can't be the kids, can't be the next door neighbor. Only one.
Yep. And most recently, I discovered, so my boxer, she's 7, and I have a beagle mix who's 6. And when they were 6 and 5, they weren't bad. They weren't biting like Richie's dog is. That dog should not be biting. But mine just wouldn't listen. They were wild. I hired a retired canine correction officer. And it was a woman. And the first thing she made me buy was a shock collar. And I had to shock them. Like, I'll give you an example. At night, my dogs sleep in crates. They like the crates. They go in the crate even when I don't lock them in at night. But when it would be time to go to bed, the boxer, I'd go to pull her off the couch, and she'd try to snap at me. Not just to warn me, but she can't do that crap. A couple of shock, I'd say, Phoenix, come. She would just look at me. I'd hit her twice. She'd come. I had to do it for about 2 weeks. And now they wear the shock collar every day. I put it on them in the morning when they're eating. And I haven't had to zap them in over a year. But they just knowing that it's on, it completely changed them in 2 weeks.
Well, I never took that approach. I'm 62 years old. I had a dog ever since I was 8 years old. So do the math. I was never without a dog since I was 8 years old. Never. Never used a shock collar. Never created a dog in my entire life. The bitches are harder to train. The female dog, the bitch, she's a little bit more stubborn. That's just the nature of the beast. That's a bitch. But no. If you get a dog, I even had strays wander onto my property, and I taught them. Blue tick coonhound out of a stray. I guess he was gun shy. Found that out during 4th of July. First 4th of July rolled around. I couldn't find him. He was underneath the bed. Big dog like that underneath the bed. I don't know how he got underneath it. Blue tick coonhound, purebred. Taught him, give paw, sit. He knew nothing. Never snapped at me. Snapped at my wife a few times. I broke him of that real quick by discipline. The shock collar is, well, you could use it, but when the shock collar is not on him, your commands mean nothing. He still does not fear you. He doesn't respect you. He respects that collar. And you're pushing a button, so I don't see how, the dog, just from pain, you know what I mean? Your voice doesn't mean anything, you know what I mean? You got a voice, and then you have to follow up with a hard slap on the ass. Hard slap. That depends on how bad he did what he did. You know what I mean? You increase the force by hitting him and letting him know you will physically make contact with him. Then he will fear you. It's easier as a pup, because I had Dachshunds, blue tick coonhounds. Oh God, Saint Bernard, German Shepherd. What else? A Labrador, all kinds of dogs since I was 8 years old, and I never ever had to crate them or shock them. It was just discipline.
No, you're 100% right. I think, and I've done it that way also, but I think the shot, you're giving commands. It's during training. So instead of whacking them, you're shocking them. And they know from the tone of your voice that the shock is coming. So they don't have to have the collar on anymore. I just out of habit do it. But they do wear the collar every day. And, there were times with this boxer when I lived in my old house, when she was 3, I couldn't get her in. She just didn't want to come in the house from the yard, and I couldn't catch her. And it would be like, I'd let her out at 8 o'clock at night, and we're up till 1 a.m. trying to get the damn dog in. And that went away very, very quickly once she was trained.
Never use a shock collar with an animal. That's fucked up.
No, it's not. It's not, Mike. It's more of an annoyance. It's like a pinch. They're not really getting electrocuted.
Out of the kennel, they were overwhelmed with pets and everything. He must have had a fight for his food, but yeah, I can't do that. I want to hurt him, but damn, sometimes he can get nasty.
Well, like Bruce was saying, if you got to do something, Richie, because if it won't stop. So it's either got to be tough discipline, shock collar. It's got to be something.
Well, no, I'm firm with him. And I get newspaper. I hit the newspaper on my hand and stuff like that to make him hear the sound and try to use a firm voice. But yeah, he's coming along.
Dog will always test you. Always. I saw people that had invisible fences put in. The invisible fence person trained the dog. It gives a signal before the shock if the dog was past all these little flags. And I said, give it 8 months. You know what I mean? 8 months later, dog ran right through, shocked, and he knows the shock's only there for a second. He blasts through, and that's it. They're always testing you. Always. Always.
Yep, and I was thinking of, I got a pretty big piece of property, so I was thinking of the fence, and then I researched it, and you're 100% correct. They learn to run through it.
just way too many, and then they had to send him to a kennel, where they send him to a kennel over here, and he was there for about a week or two. So he had a rough life, and said I could understand why he's like that, but he'll test me definitely.
Yeah, you gotta practice tough love, and when they listen to you, reward them because they love to eat. Find out what their favorite is, and boy, they'll you have to reward them when they even after years, of teaching them sit, lay, beg, roll over. Always, just don't have them do it. Maybe once in a while in front of guests or something like that. You don't have to treat them, but every time they do it, treat them that way. They know, hey, I'm going to do this and I'm going to get something. I'm not listening. Nope, I'm not listening. I know it. Here comes the hand. He's walking over. I better go.
Richie, every morning when I feed them, before I put their bowls down, they both have to sit for me and give paw, and then they get their bowl.
The thing is food. I mean, he loves to eat.
Freaking double.
I will give him a biscuit, reward him. He learns very, very quickly. All commands, everything. I could tell him to stay, walk away, and drop a biscuit down. Oh, that's hard for him to just stay there. And I say stay. And then when I tell him to go get the biscuit, he runs and gets it. All those commands work fine and well. But if you don't have a biscuit and you're in the yard and you say, come, he don't listen. It's when you got the biscuits, he knows it. And then, oh boy, he listens real good.
Well, there's where you have to trade. You have to trade off. The dog's only coming to you as a biscuit. Well, if I ain't coming to you, if I don't get a biscuit, well, if I don't come, I'm going to get whacked. You know what I mean? You have to walk over to him, whack him. Just whack him, and then walk back to your spot and then give him a command again. If he just sits there, stares at a bug in the sky, go over, whack him again, and then go back to your original spot and do that until well, if I don't go over there, then I'm going to get whacked. But if I go over there, he gives me a bump.
Yeah, I hear you. He's got a lot of good qualities too. That's the downside. But he's got a lot of qualities. Very friendly with his jumps around, happy. Just certain things, boy. He's got something in his mouth. He could be chewing on the carpet or something. Then you go over there and tell him no and point your finger. Hey, you better be careful.
Oh, that's just it. I hate to have to discipline a dog. You know what I mean? You whack them, and then you see that look on their face. You can feel it. You can sense it. They don't like it. I don't like it either, but you have to practice tough love. I know it hurts you to discipline them that way, because sometimes you may hit them, and they may cringe next time you come over. I understand that, but then you have to let them know, I'm not doing this just to do it. I'm doing this for a reason, and you have to communicate with them. You have to make eye contact. You have to actually become a dog. Lay on the floor with them. Roll around with them. Touch every part of I don't care. Touch every part of them. You have to let them know that you are actually one of them. Get on your hands and knees and play ball with them. On your hands and knees. Get down eye level with them. You have to become one of them, and they will accept you. Pack leader, whatever. And that's what I've done. And I never had a dog go sour on me yet.
Yeah, you got that on your knees? You played with his balls?
Oh, Mikey, I knew you was going to say that.
All right, whatever you want to think you have to do it.
But that's okay. It's his dog.
Yeah, dogs don't think.
I'm kidding.
That's just, what I mean. They know, Mike. They're not going to try to, what I mean. They will hump your leg, but that's just an instinct. But they don't get romantic with you, Mike.
Oh, then Mike's not getting a dog.
I've trained many dogs, and I've trained the worst dog, Norwegian Elkhounds. And all I do is raise my voice to them. That's all that's necessary.
I had all the St. Bernards from 19 years old, all St. Bernards, every one of them listened, obeyed perfectly. He's had a rough life, this guy, in a place there, and I understand it's just taken a while.
Hey, how's my audio?
Somebody said their audio a little low here. I think it's a drive-by.
What's your call sign?
It's one of them tutti fruities. No, it wasn't Matt.
Your issue just started, Mike.
Let me read reboot. 12 a.m. I gotta go eat anyway.
All right, we'll catch you when you come back. KB2 UKA.
KB2UKA.
Oh, wow, KB2 Wireless.
Wow, that sounded good, Richie. So, Richie, this is the RE27 also. I'm off that tube mic.
Yeah, I tell you what, that mic sounds good the way you set everything up. As soon as you got on, I mean, wow. You always do, you know. You've got that nice fidelity sound, richness to it.
Yeah, but I'm like you. I like to switch it up, you know, because you never know. One day you might fall on something, which I just did with this. This, I think, sounds better than the rack. But I'll still play with it.
Oh, yeah, definitely sounds good. I never thought, you know, you can get real good audio with virtual audio. You know, always with the racks, I figured, no. And that's a lot, you know, with the cables and then RF here now and then and all the different problems I had. Then switching over when Ron did all the settings, you know, tweaked it, and he sent me a couple recordings. I said, Ron, I think you hit it right there. You know, I'll kind of leave it the way he set it up, and I'm not going to touch it.
No, you sound just like you sound on the rack, and you sound great on the rack, and you sound good on the virtual.
Yeah, you guys got good audio, studio quality audio over here anyway. That's what you guys sound like on my two speakers here.
We want to get into the studios, right, Doug? We want to get into that. What is it, Lodi over there, the studios? Oh, man.
Yeah, Richie and I are going to build a recording studio, and we're gonna just use it for ham radio.
No, we're gonna get it recorded. We want to get on the radio. What is it that Cousin Brucey is on? What, on the weekend or something on?
Right.
WABC, right. I think it is. I think it's in Lodi. We got to get over there. We got to get on the mic, Doug.
And spinning the billboard, top 10 is Richie.
50-something.
Is it? And then I'll get on and say, good evening, all you tootsies out there. Just dial in Bigelow 55500, Bigelow 5. Dial in now, you tootsies.
And we're going to be spinning the top 10 hits for all you cool cats.
To all my favorite 500-pound ladies out there, oh, you're looking good.
Oh, you like the big women too? So do I.
Oh, and the bikinis. Woohoo!
All that nice from under cheese.
Oh, listen to Brucey.
It's like being with a different woman every night.
Yeah, and they got their breastises that hang down to the floor. And when they get mad at you, they swing them around and pow you in the head.
Man, you guys got some great audio. Can you give me some pointers?
In order to get good audio, you have to first be able to please a 500-pound woman.
You gotta know how to be romantic with that woman there, you know?
And you gotta keep your eyes open the whole time.
Yes, and just, you know, the dream is to have twin sisters, 500 pounds, smacked right between you.
With the smoke. Good evening, guys.
Oh, what's up, Dominic?
Good evening.
Dominic, what's up? Welcome to 3854.
You guys are right. I'm sitting here listening, cracking up.
Richie, do you know what you would do with two twin 500-pound sisters? You'd be in the room screaming, mountains and mountains of ass, and all mine.
Doug.
Large Marge and her sister Betty.
Oh, man, I love it. When you talk to a woman and she even sounds fat on the phone. Oh, baby.
Oh, that sounds like my Ethel. My Ethel, she was a good woman. But that damn Clyde took her away from me, that damn Clyde.
I'm like, you know what they say. Fat bottom girls, they make the rockin' world go round.
Oh, nothing like it.
Boy, you get that ocean motion and ripple effect going. Oh, man, I'm telling you.
More cushion for the pushing.
So what's going on, Dominic? I just saw Penny's post about the pizza. Was it good?
Oh, yeah, it was good. I just got home, and
we were, tell you what, all day long. It takes an hour to get to this doctor I had to go to and back, so we picked up some pizza at Papa Gio's, and it's a pretty good pizza, I tell you. Got some big Z to go with it.
All right, Roger. Well, Richie, I don't know if you know Dom. He's down in South Carolina. Dom, you're 10 over to me. Richie, how are you copying him?
I'll look at his signal. He sounded pretty good. I'll look next time he comes in there. But, Dom, it's hard to find a good pizzeria. Years ago when I was a kid, they were all over the place. Now, you got new people taking them over, and they don't even know what a pizza is. And people will say, oh, you want a good pizza? Go to so-and-so. And you try it, and you think, oh, shit, I couldn't even eat a slice of it.
Yeah, because it's like freaking cardboard. It's unbelievable. Yeah, down here, too, especially in South Carolina. But this up in North Carolina and Charlotte, they got a Brooklyn pizza. That guy does a pretty good job. And this one we went to here, I got a Sicilian pie, and he did a good job of that. It wasn't flat anyway.
Oh, Sicilian, yeah, I love Sicilian. You're at 20 over here, Dom.
Yeah, you are too. Doug is also.
Yeah, you just hit 15 on me.
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard to find a good pizza down here. And then you got these places. I don't know. I want to say it was Papa John's or something like that. They got a conveyor belt with pizzas going underneath heat lamps. I'm like, what the hell is that?
Tom, that's for the Medigan.
Yeah, I tell you, I told him, I said, forget it. Walked right back out. I said, we ain't buying a pizza here.
If I try a place, I'll get one slice and then go outside and try it. Because usually when I go, I'll spend, $50, $55. I buy a lot of stuff. Oh, my God, I'm pizza connoisseur. But I won't. I'll go in and try a slice, and if it's no good, then I'll walk out.
Yeah, especially with the price of pizzas now. This one cost me $29.
Is that right? I'll be damned. Over here, what is it, about 16 or so? $29. I'll be damned. But you know what? I always say, Dom, I don't mind what they charge me. If it's good, I'll be a customer there.
Yeah, that's my thought. If it's worth it, if it's a good pizza or a good baked ziti or whatever they make, it's worth it.
We were talking about this the other night. Down in the Carolinas, Florida, whatever, and You got a lot of guys from New York who made pizzas up here for 30 years of their life. They go down there and they open a pizza place. Excuse me. And the damn pizza's just, they can't make it the same way. It's got to be the water. It's why the bagels are different. It's why the pizza's different.
I heard the same thing, Doug.
Yeah, the yeast doesn't want to rise.
I know what another big factor is.
We make some German bread around Christmas time. I have to do it too.
Mike, it's still happening.
Rise. And yeah, you're right. The water's too hard.
Yep, it's the hard water. They come, and I've heard I think there's a place near Orlando where the guy has tap water, shipped from New York to make the dough.
I believe it. You know what else is crazy about the shops over here? Bagel shops. I went into a bagel shop in Rock Hill, just north of me and just south of Charlotte, North Carolina, but it's in South Carolina, Rock Hill. I went into a bagel shop, and he had all kinds of bagels. I said, I want a dozen bagels and make 4 of them salted. He said, we can't sell salted bagels. I'm like, what are you talking about? He says, the health department won't let us sell salted bagels. But he says, wait. And he goes in the basket. He comes back out with 2 salted bagels. He says, I can't sell you these, but I'll throw them in a bag.
That is unbelievable. So they can't put salt on the bagel. So if you get an everything bagel, there's no salt on it?
No salt.
Is that a liberal district?
Not really. It's just the health department. Somebody turned around and made us think about it, I guess, at one time, and they can't sell salted bagels. Although he has them, for himself. That's why he gave me 2. He went in the back and out again. But, I flipped out. I said, I can't believe the health department made you do that. He goes, yeah, they made us do that.
And Richie, that pizza he had for $26 or $29, it wasn't regular. I think it was a Sicilian with baked ziti on it.
It's a meat lovers. It's got all meat on it and cheese. Yeah, it's a square pizza, Sicilian.
Yeah, that's what that would be up here. A regular pie is like $16 or $18. You start getting the specialty slices, they creep up to like $30.
Still high.
Yeah, it is. It is. Well, I think cheese is up like 25% in the last 2 years.
Right. It's not their fault. It just, and I said to him on the phone when he said $29, his man, he was real Italian too with the accent and everything. I said, man, times has changed. He says, you ain't kidding.
Yep.
Hey, remember back in the day? Oh, KB2 Wella. Says a little red light. Geez, back in the day, I remember you used to have to open the door, hold the door open, don't let it swing a half an inch closed because I couldn't get the pizza box through. They were huge. The pizza box, you have to turn them sideways to get them through the door. Now they're half that size, and you're paying that much. I know.
You got that right.
Yeah, it's not a real big one.
What's crazy is, I'm not that old. I'm 44. Okay, so in the mid 80s, when I was real little, I remember walking. I lived, Dominic, you remember Deer Park on Long Island, probably. It was all Italian. I remember at like 6 years old walking down the block to Deer Park Avenue, and there was a bunch of pizza places, and even I could get a slice for 50 cents. Now, you go back to, Dominic, when you were 10 or 7, they were probably 15 cents, 20 cents. But to go from 1985, 50 cents to paying $5 a slice now for like a slice with meat on it, it's just unbelievable, the inflation.
Oh, absolutely. You want to go back in time? I wish I could go back in time. Yeah, and they don't sell slices here. I think that the Brooklyn Pizza, they'll do slices, but the other places, they won't do slices.
Anywhere outside, I lived in Connecticut for 4 years. The biggest issue I had is 99% of the pizza places didn't sell a slice. That you had to buy the whole pie. And I was dumbfounded by that. Because, you're hungry, you're walking in the town, you see a pizza place, you go in, you get 2 slices and a Coke. Like, that's what you do. You can't do that anywhere but New York.
Here in PA, we could do that. For me to get good pizza here in PA, I have to go to either DuPont or Old Forge, because that's where the Italians settled up there. And the only good place around me is Antonio's. If you don't go to an Italian restaurant, you get to know the people. You keep going there all the time. You leave them a tip. You talk to them. You get to know them. They'll give you anything you want. Sit down. You want a slice? Whatever. You know what I mean? But you just can't hit and run. You gotta get established with them a little.
Yeah, but what I think these places in the other states don't realize, I think they don't have enough traffic because they feel like they're going to waste the pie. In New York, and I'm not talking about the city, I'm talking about even Long Island, but we're highly populated here too. You make 10 pies, you're going to sell 10 pies, slices worth of 10 pies, and you make more money when you sell it by the slice. So if in Connecticut and Dom, I'm sure there are places you walk into in South Carolina that could sell out slices, but they just don't offer them.
No, they don't. They don't believe in doing it. I guess they feel like it's not worth their time. All I know is since I've been down in the South, I have not picked up the pizza, folded it, and held it to my mouth and had oil dripping down my wrist. Remember that?
Yeah, I do remember that. There's a big thing they do here. You get a slice with cold cheese. So you get a regular slice, piping hot, and then the guy takes a fistful of cold shredded mozzarella and puts it all over the hot slice and serves it to you. It's the most delicious thing you've ever had.
Oh, yeah. There was a place in Ozone Park called Numero Uno. It was the best place to go to eat pizza when I was younger. Richie probably knows a couple of good joints back in the day. Where'd you go?
Richie, sometimes he leaves. Richie, you there?
All right.
Well, the best pizza in Queens is New Park Pizza in Howard Beach. I think it might have been there when you lived in New York, Dom.
Yeah, it doesn't ring a bell. I used to hang out in Howard Beach, too. Ozone Park, Howard Beach, Woodhaven. I was around. We used to get around. A sign from here. I'm going to put it up on the other one. And I got some emails I got to answer. I've been out all day. I got some emails I got to answer. And gentlemen on frequency, glad to meet your acquaintance. Maybe I'll do it again. Come down here and catch up with you guys. Richie comes back, tell him I said bye. Doug, I'll catch you later or whatever. Have a good day. Night. W4 day on.
All right, Dom, I'm glad I got to catch you tonight. I'm going to get out of here, too. So everyone on frequency 73, you guys have a great night. And, Dom, I'll talk to you on Signal. KB2, UKA clear.
All right, good evening, Doug. Good evening, Dom. I'm out of here, too. I'm going to go make dinner. See you later, guys.
All right,
Take
guys.
care.
Have a
K2
good
RPM.
night. I'm out.